it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you hand it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Now he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. first down. He'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Set, lead, Detroit.
Back to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick is indeed good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The shotgun. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He's got time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now here come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So out come the Chargers, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Now that's the kind of play that just warms the heart of a former safety. When they call your number on a blitz, you're either going to wreak havoc at the quarterback or spill a running play, and that's exactly what happened there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And his throw here is incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose.
And the Raiders have got him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they've... feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this. Or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Their big-bodied receiver with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Green 39! Green 39! Mike, check, 59.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Did not get outside the tackles, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, quarterbacks want to make sure they can ground it legally. In this case, he wasn't able to.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Hopkins' kick is good. So they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Let's discuss now this performance as it relates to the last one. You know, a week ago, and we saw it, some pinpoint accuracy. He's displaying that again.
That was a fun film session for us, wasn't it? Able to kick back and watch him work, and what we saw was a confident leader, a guy in control, making excellent throws at times. And he's brought that with him in this ball game as well. And starting to think that he's starting to feel like, yeah, I got this thing down pat. And I think the team will come along with him.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's a game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They're taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's become...
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards for number 11.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And this is incomplete. To throw again. He'll buy some time right. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here we go. Right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. On play action, they'll throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
He's going to float this, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big-time play there on 4th and 10. 41 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, we know that someone has absolutely no fear. 4th down, they throw it downfield. That ball was competed for by both the defender and the guy catching it, and he comes down with it. Now they've got 1st and goal. What a big-time play.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They come out here in the eye, and they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
False start, offense.
So second and goal here from the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
That's caught at the 1. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it, and that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 27 yards on the game there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers.
And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. surveying the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw on second down is Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, here's Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. Throwing again is Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To the air again, Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get into someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And his kick here is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Luck going to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Luck. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now they're in the hurry-up. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator's doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Green,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding time. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders are going to win the football game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Diego, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winning.